until their master flock can be together with another flock, and the shepherd will call his sheep and they follow him. And so this is the most reference, it built a cave like they would have been in. And so I can't even remember the last time that I gave this, because I'm a little bit scared. I don't know it well enough, but I would like to try to because it tells so well what was happening. It came from Ben-Hur. So, the angels and the shepherds, what it's called. 1.5 miles, it may be 2 miles, southeast of Bethlehem, there was an extensive morah, or sheepcote, ages old. In some long-forgotten foray, the building had been unroofed and almost demolished. The shepherds who drove their charges thither were more important than the shed itself. Oh boy. The shepherds were talking, each lying where he sat, and some lying prone, some sitting. They talked, and rude and simple as they were in their way. They had a knowledge of the firm belief in the one God, that they must serve him with all of their being. The night, like most nights of the winter season in the hill country, was clear, crisp, and sparkling with stars. The shepherd, there were 6 except the shepherd who had gone to sleep. So the shepherd was, I'm already losing part of it, but he was watching the herd, sometimes stopping when he heard a stir among the sheep, or by a jackal's cry off on the mountainside. The midnight was slow coming to him, but finally it came, and so his task was done. As he was moving back, suddenly he paused. A light was breaking round him, soft and white like the moon's. And he paused, and it became more visible into view. He looked up, and there was a light seeming to drop out of the sky, and it continued to come down until he said, "Awake, awake!" And the shepherds clamored to their feet, weapons in hand. "What is it? See, the sky is on fire!" And suddenly this light was so intensely bright that they fell on their knees and on their faces, fearful of what was happening. And they would have died had not a voice said to them, "Fear not." And they listened. "Fear not, for I am here to announce that a baby has been born in Bethlehem." And then they stood up and with awe looked at this angel-like person. And he was intensely white, and his wings, which spread and stirred, on the underside like mother of pearl. And he announced that there was a birth of a child, and he will be born in Bethlehem. And so they watched this man, angel, as he looked like some approval from above. And finally he began to stir slowly and majestically. And indeed, as quickly as possible, he went out of view, carrying the light on with him. When the angels came to themselves, they were astounded at what had happened. And finally one of them said, "It was Gabriel, the Lord's messenger to men." None answered. But then another recovered his voice and says, "That's what he said. Did he not say in our Bethlehem yonder, 'Let's go and worship him'?" And so I messed it up, but I hope you didn't know it. But stop and think that it was something like this, that the angel came down and the message was made. And then, of course, there was a glorious sound that he has brought peace to the world. And so this is where he came, to the lowly shepherds, smelly men. I mean, they would go days and weeks following their sheep, and God chose to speak to them. I guess we would have had him come to the king, but instead he came to these shepherds who were rudely honest with each other and who believed in God, and he chose to make the action to them. Well, I know it's May, but let's sing a carol or two. Would you suggest which one? We'll sing one verse.
Silent Night.
What?
Silent Night.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Another? I missed it.
In excelsis.
Gloria in excelsis Deo.
Okay, start it for me, will you? I'm really forgetting that stuff.
Our Carol.
Angels we have heard.